Myers, and also his beautiful girlfriend. She's actually the backbone to him right here, but she's in the back. Kathy Moore. Thank you for everything you guys do. I've been running around crazy, as everybody knows, trying to win this seat. This seat right here is very winnable. It's a swing district, and the reason why it hasn't been flipped yet is because they didn't want it to be flipped. They either didn't want it to be flipped, or they just couldn't find the right person to get the job done. But I think that by me running through the circuit and seeing the corruption within our own party, I believe that everything that has been done to us has been done intentionally. We got a uniparty in the state of Connecticut. I'm breaking through it, and excuse me, everybody. I just want everybody to know that everything that you're losing in the state of Connecticut is being lost on purpose. You got Democrats and Republicans working together. It's been going on for far too long. I've been offered money. I've been offered all types of bribes, and I turned down the bribes. Like I said, I don't want no endorsement. I don't want no endorsement from the independent party unless they publicly apologize to President Trump, because some of you know about the forms that they was trying to make people sign in order to get a cross endorsement. They wanted me to sign a paper in order to get a cross endorsement from the independent party last year, because they wanted me to publicly denounce President Trump, and I refused to do so. And the reason being is that they tried to offer me $100,000. They said that we could possibly get you a campaign contribution from Eversource for $100,000. Those of you that don't know, if you look up who owns Eversource, it's owned by Vanguard and BlackRock, the same corporations that allegedly attempted to kill President Trump and possibly kill Charlie Kirk. So they tried to buy me early when they knew I filed with the FEC. I have two witnesses that are here tonight that was at that meeting. So nothing that I'm saying is a conspiracy theory. This actually happened. They try to buy their candidates. I believe Eversource probably owns most of the politicians that are working in our state, and that's why nothing's getting done. I'm the only candidate that I know that has publicly came out, and I'm pretty sure that every other candidate was offered the money. So a lot of them, they're bought and paid for. I got threatening. My wife can tell you, they sent me letters in the mailbox threatening me. I don't go on the news with a lot of this because I know how they handle it, because I don't trust the news either, because the news is work. All the news media in Connecticut is bought by them too. But they never anticipated someone like myself coming up to fight back, and everybody knows my story. If you don't, you get a palm card, you'll go on my website. But I was wrongfully incarcerated. I spent 19 years in prison. I was attacked by gang members in the 1990s in the city of Waterbury. One of them had a loaded firearm. I was forced to defend myself using deadly force. A Democrat-appointed prosecutor concealed the loaded firearm that they had in their possession in order to secure a murder conviction. They convicted me of murder and sentenced me to a life sentence in prison. But while I was in prison, I just came across the right people at the right time. I read the right books. I educated myself, and it prepared me for what I'm doing right now. And then a 3-judge panel overturned my conviction, and I was released from prison, and then I received a full and absolute pardon for being wrongfully incarcerated. But now I'm going after them. Ned Lamont signed my pardon papers. They thought it was going to shut me up and I was going to disappear. But no, they got to pay for what they did to me and they did to my community. The 1994 crime bill that was passed by Strom Thurmond and Joe Biden wrote the 1994 crime bill. And those of you that don't know Strom Thurmond, he filibustered the Civil Rights Bill. The Democrats destroyed the black community. The Democrats, the same Democrats that's destroying America, they targeted the black community first. That's why I had to start campaigning in the cities over a year ago, because they brainwashed black Americans for over 60 years. Yeah. So that's why I'm telling you right now, they don't know what to do. Because the Republicans was playing identity politics with George Logan. They found George Logan to run against Johanna Hayes. And they thought that his skin color and being that he could speak Spanish, that was enough. But George Logan was owned by Eversource. He worked for the water company that was owned by Eversource. And George Logan, he ran a soft campaign. Everybody says he lost by 2,000 votes. They probably was shitting themselves like, damn, we can't believe we came this close. So they made sure it didn't happen again, and then he lost by 23,000 votes the next time. They don't like me saying this, but you guys need to know what's going on. They tried to rig the delegates in Waterbury not too long ago, Wednesday night. Overwhelming support in the RTC. 98% of the Waterbury Republican Town Committee backs my campaign. But the chairwoman, well, she's not the chair now. She just stepped down. But the chairwoman tried to rig the delegates with Jeff Santipetro from Florida. They got somebody from Florida that got more influence on the RTC in Connecticut. Well, that's ridiculous. Jeff Santipetro is the brother of Mayor Santipetro from Waterbury that went to prison years ago. He still has a Waterbury address, but he doesn't live here. But he runs that committee with Ben Proto in State Central. They thought they was going to rig the votes. I've been telling you guys since last year that they was going to run a rhino against me. I was waiting for him to come out, so they found a naval SEAL to jump on the ballot. Someone who they knew couldn't beat me, but the whole purpose was he looks amazing on paper. But he's not going to win. But it's not meant for him to win. It's meant for him to raise as much money so they can keep the money and Johanna Hayes can keep the seat. This is the game they play. Well, I'm not going to back down from them. I'm going to take the seat. In order, our cook partisan index rating in our congressional district, the reason why District 5 is so important and the whole country's watching, the whole country is watching me right now because District 5 is the only swing district in the state of Connecticut. Our Cook PVI is a D+3 rated district, meaning the Cook Partisan Index rating, that's the rating system that they rate congressional districts throughout America. The D stands for Democrat, the plus stands for more, right? So it means the Democrats carry the 5th congressional district 3 points above the national average in the presidential election, right? That's what voter fraud. Just to give you a comparison, District 1, which is, if my Cook Partisan Index rating is a D+3, District 1 is a D+12, right? That's John Larson's district, Hartford area. District 4, D+13, meaning the Democrats carry the 4th district by 13 points above the national average. So they got the most registered Democrats. My district has the least amount of Democrats. It could be flipped. But you gotta get at least 40% of the urban vote in order to flip the district. George Logan did no urban outreach. He wasn't even from my district. He was from Ansonia. They got him an apartment in District 5 in Meriden. He was from District 3, Rosa Dolores district. These are the games Ben Proto and all them play, right? They found somebody that looked nice and clean. I'm not a squeaky politician, right? So I don't fit the mold. They can't market me in a way for them to get the money. And plus, I'm not gonna let them control my campaign. They've been trying to infiltrate my camp for a long time. That's why nobody knows who's my campaign manager. I don't have one campaign manager. I have a campaign management team. And my team is multiple people. So you can never infiltrate my camp by one person. If they offer me $100,000, what would they offer one person if they thought that person controlled my camp? That's why nobody controls my social media. Everybody has always asked me to control, they wanted access to my social media and my websites. I'm not gonna let you control my means of communication. So I'm telling you how I'm gonna win. I'm gonna get 60% of the urban vote because I know I need 40, but I know that there's voter fraud, so I'm going for 60%. I got 4 cities. I got Meriden, I got Danbury, Waterbury, and New Britain. If I get 15% of the vote from each one of those cities, and as long as the rural areas stick behind me, I'm going to flip this district red. We got 22 congressional districts in New England. They're all held by the Democrats. But like I said, this district right here is very important, and that's why they don't want me on this ballot, because this is the money maker. The PAC money never goes to District 1, it never goes to District 3, it never goes to District 4, it always comes to 5, because this is the only swing district. And that's why they're pissed off, because I'm in their way, and I'm gonna stay in their way. And I'm not backing down. Like I tell them, they got to kill me to get me off this district. So I just want everybody to know the reason why I've been crisscrossing the country, jumping on airplanes. I went to AmFest USA, Turning Point in December, Vegas, all over the places, because I gotta bring enough attention back to the 5th district, because George Logan ran such a weak campaign last time. They took $600,000 from Super PAC money out of his campaign and directed it to another state. The money's never gonna come back to Connecticut, because they know there's so much corruption in our own party that they don't trust any other candidates. That's why I'm a hot topic around the country right now, because I'm kicking ass and I'm calling Ben Proto out to his face. So I'm asking everybody, if you guys want to make history and you guys want a voice in Washington, D.C., I don't care what district you in, help me in the 5th district and I'm going to get the job done, and then we're going to go back for the rest of the seats in 2028. So now, another thing is, I just got a question. Who's running against William Tong?
Yes.
We got 3 people here running for governor.
Jessica Cordes.
Who is she?
She ran against him last time.
And what happened last time?
Awesome.
Where is she?
He cleaned her clock in the debate.
My thing is this, right? The person's running, if you're running against William Tong, you should be the most important person. William Tong filed 50 lawsuits against the Trump administration, using our tax dollars, right, to protect illegal migrants. You would think that the person running against Attorney General Tong would be here. Should be everywhere. They should be the most famous candidate in the state. I wish I was a lawyer, because I'll be going after his ass. But I can't do it. I'm not an attorney. Now, John Flynn, please find that lady and tell her that we need to hook up, because we got to promote her and we got to help her to get his ass out of office. So I'm asking everybody, if you guys could donate $5, $10, whatever you could donate to my campaign. I'm not controlled. I didn't take the money from Eversource. I don't want the independent party's endorsement. I'm running on a Republican line. I'm fighting tooth and nail. Me and my wife, we put a lot of our own resources up for this campaign, and we need as much help as possible. I could beat her with $500,000. I know I can. You know how I know? Now they're gonna try to push Chris Shea and say, "Oh, Chris Shea, when his quarterly report comes out, I guarantee you he has a lot of money in his quarterly report, because the people."
He already said it.
Yeah, because he took the money from the people. The same people that want to keep me off this ticket to protect Johanna Hayes, guaranteed. But the thing is, this is the magic trick, right? I'm about to show you what's going on. Michael Massey. I don't know if you know Michael Massey. Michael Massey ran in 2024 against Rosa DeLauro. Michael Massey's Cook Partisan Index rating in New Haven, right? Rosa DeLauro's district, the 3rd district, is a D+8 rated district, meaning the Democrats carried the 8th congressional district by 8 percentage points above the national average in the 2020 presidential cycle. Cook Partisan Index rating, once again, in the 5th district is a D+3. It's easier to flip this district. Do you know that Michael Massey gave Rosa DeLauro her toughest race? She won by her slimmest margin in 2024 in over 30 years against Michael Massey. You know how much money Michael Massey raised? $3,500. Check his FEC reports. You know why he was able to do it? Urban outreach. New Haven. Right? slogan raised $3 million, and the Cook partisan index rating was D+3, and got his ass handed to him. You know why? Because that was part of the plan. Because let me tell you something. When you're on a presidential ticket with President Trump, who survived 2 assassination attempts, or 3, they tried to put him in jail. They did everything to him, and he still came out of it. And you don't even got the balls to stand behind him and say, I support President Trump? That's crazy. Now, another thing is this. He failed to publicly endorse President Trump on a presidential ticket with President Trump's name on it. He flip-flopped on his pro-life stance, and he did 0 urban outreach. He didn't go into the communities, talk to nobody. He was always in Litchfield playing his guitar, playing games, marching with the veterans. They've been playing games with all of you for far too long, I'm telling you. I'm waking everybody up because you gotta be woken up. But we gotta fight back though. Now we gotta fight back. So now, also, they want to tell you, you can't run a MAGA campaign in Connecticut. You'll never win. They're full of shit. Now I'm gonna prove to you that they're full of shit